Hi there. I'm going to kind of continue talking about goals and put it into the context of the actual meeting, okay? So whether you are the communicator or you are the family or the teacher or whoever you are, whatever your role is in this conversation about an individual's needs, I'm going to throw this out there to you. Please make it that first on the agenda for communication. So like if you're the program specialist and you're making the agenda for the meeting, put communication first. And I know there's a group out there called Communication First, and I love that group. So support them for sure. But in terms of how we help individuals, let's think about putting communication first in that context, okay? So if you're making an agenda up, put communication first. And what I want you to do with that is in that conversation about communication, about speech and language, however you're discussing it, come to a conclusion on how does the individual communicate, okay? However that it is agreed upon. Everybody's different. And most people use multiple modes of communication. But how does that person communicate? If people are saying, well, he can make two choices, great. If people are saying he can spell, great. If people are saying he's learning to use PECS or he's learning to use the the iPad communication device, great. Whatever it is that people are saying is how that person communicates. I want you to take that information, that knowledge, and make sure that in every aspect of the person's day, it's part of the picture. So, if you're working on independent living skills, does that person have access to the communication system? Is it set up so he can communicate about independent living skills? It might be, what are we doing? But it might, at minimum, be, I need some help here. Or leave me alone for a minute. Or, something on the self-regulation context, right? Might be that. If it's math has communication in it. So does the person have a number board? Can they tell you that they just counted 3 bears, or that 3 + 2 is 5? Can they do that? I get it that sometimes you use a calculator, okay, but the calculator is then telling you the answer. You're not telling the person the answer, right? So get a number board. And if you don't have one, email me or put a note in there and I'll send you one, a paper one that you can download. Or you can make one up on a piece of paper yourself. But everything we're doing the person has to be able to communicate the way he communicates. The way the whole team at the beginning of the meeting figured out this person communicates should be ringing through in the entire meeting. All right? And that's how we can start making sure that people are getting to communicate, that people have opportunities to communicate, and that communication isn't being left to a certain time of day or a certain activity. Okay, skills can be built up during certain activities or therapy times or however you set it up. But those are skills for communication. How does your person communicate right now? That needs to be described, identified, and everyone on the team, everyone in the support group needs to understand it. So that's my soapbox for today. If you have other ideas on this topic, put them in the chat, the comments area. And let's keep talking about this, okay? Thanks. Have a good one.